Penn State University, home to more than 42,000 students, finds itself more than 850 miles away from the University of Missouri. However, many of the protests occurring on their campus reflect some of the racial tensions at University Park. Carlos Wiley, the director of the Penn State Paul Robeson Cultural Center, a multicultural student center at the main campus, explains why students are protesting.
Those students where those demonstrations are taking place are frustrated. They're frustrated because they have said these things are happening and the administration has said we hear you, but the administration hasn't then come back and said, and here's what we're going to do.
In support of the protests at the University of Missouri, the PRCC has created a safe place for students to voice their opinions, write letters to the protesters, as well as start social media campaigns like #BlackOnCampus, where students can anonymously write their feelings. Second Vice President of the Black Caucus, Mike Banks, shared his feelings on the events at Mizzou and how they relate to the past Penn State history.
My feelings here at campus is more of solidarity. When I think about what's happening now at Mizzou and the past events, I think about the village, which happened in 2000, 2001, where something very similar happened when people of color, black people, were being threatened in such a way that the university was not properly responding.
Flashing back to 2001, this is the very center where students laid here and slept here for 16 days. However, the racial climate on campus has not changed since then.
It's not necessarily one that one feels comfortable if you're a person of color. There's always a really big, small pots of people. Our presence is not known on campus, even though we try to unite together and be a community. It's very hard for us to do that.
Whereas everyone has their own individual way of feeling comfortable, Second Vice President Mike Banks believes that the black community can unite to overcome racism.
We're unifying under a cause, and whenever black people unify under a cause, there's nothing you can do.
The Paul Robeson Cultural Center, along with many multicultural orgs, are working to put an end to racism on campus. Reporting from State College, I'm Mara Barbosa.